There's a dodge, then a roll, a quick stand up yet too late as a blade pierces, and run up through the chest and pulled out. The god of knowledge falls dead. Then turned and wielding this spear is an unknown man. Charging forward, you see Gravvicon step backwards and dodge, then teleport. Stepping aside again, they teleport once more, but the sphere seems to have tracked them, knows exactly where they're going to be at exactly the right moment. It's always just a second too late. Gravvicon having to focus on teleporting and jumping, they lose their footing and ultimately get caught by a broadsword. As they are cut and put down to the ground, the two enemies begin to approach. And as they reach down, a skeletal hand out of nowhere, touching both shoulders, reducing the two of them to dust. As a skeletal figure steps forward and extends their hand, as Gravvicon says, "Oh, right on time." And the god of the grave responds, "I thought that was your job." And as they help Gravvicon up off of the floor, they look around at the latest kills. The War of the Gods has gotten out of hand, and another higher deity has been lost. But you guys are in a forest just outside of a house.
The god of grave was dead last episode. Now he's back.
You guys are just chilling you guys are chilling outside of a house. You have just been freed from whatever loop was going on, and Amir, the banged figure, walked off and said no answers here and headed off. And then your good old friend Alunan, Bucket's mother, just asked how that was possible, and they were told by Doc that they are a wizard of time, and that is something that they themselves are quite versed in. So what do y'all do as you've been able now to step outside of this house? And you all had that book that just showed that the five... you had that book that showed you that the next step that the figures took was head into town.
And that was with the woman, right? That was with somebody, if I remember.
Would you like to look again?
Yeah, and Taika opens up the book.
Yeah, and as Taika opens up the book, he sees that Gravvicon the cat takes the book and asks the help of 4 strangers to help them out. And these 4 strangers venture into the woods to find a witch. And the witch tells the 4 strangers that they don't know where it is. And these 4 silhouettes walk into a city.
Well, I do think the only thing that is proper for us to do at this point is follow the rules and head into town.
I think that makes the most sense. Very quickly, before we go though, is there anything, like, is there any sort of writing or anything in this book besides like the story? Is there any, like, anyone has written anything inside? I forgot to ask that last time.
Becca holds it up.
Yeah, and as you hold it up and go to peek inside, now that you've asked that question, you notice an inscription.
Oh, Proxima noticed something cool. She pulled her weight. All right. Okay, what does it say?
It is... Proxima, what languages do you speak?
Oh, that's a great question. Common and Infernal.
Okay. Does anyone... what languages does everyone else speak?
Common and Celestial for Gallagher.
Okay.
Elvish Halfling for Taika. And
Okay. And Bucket.
Celestial and common.
Okay. Proxima, you see that writing now,
Okay.
but you can't read it.
Oh, that's annoying.
Do you say that's annoying out loud?
Oh no. Proxima says, I think that maybe the best course of action is we take the book into town, and maybe we can find someone who can read this for us in town, and maybe that's part of the next step.
Oh, well, can I read it? Let me look.
yeah, here, everyone just put your eyes on this, and maybe one of us can decipher it.
Maybe it'll collapse into a super state.
And do you all take a quick peek at it, or Proxima, do you let them look?
Yeah, I'll pass it around to everybody.
Yeah, and as you do, Taika, you take a look, and it feels like you've seen something like it before, but you can't read it. But Bucket and Gallagher both recognize Celestial. And this writing says, City of Knowledge, 3rd Street and Illusion, 793.8.
Oh,
What was those numbers?
793.8.
All right, so what you're looking at here is standard celestial dialect right here. Conjugate the verbs left, right to center. That is City of Knowledge. 3rd Illusion, 793.8.
Proxima, you look like you have something to say. Yes.
well, I do. But do you remember how in the book it was telling us that we needed to help find the book a home? Do you remember this? We remember this? It is just that my mother, she was very fond of books, and my sister actually was a librarian for a short amount of time, and I think that is the where the book goes on the shelf. I think we have an address, and I think we have a location of where this book needs to be placed in order to, do the next thing.
Wait a minute. Are you telling me that the Dewey Decimal System is across universes?
Well, it's the fantasy Dewey. It's like the Dewey, but the dew is magic. It is magical dew.
On this plane, it's what all the other planes use as a baseline. So it is universal, but they don't know
The
it yet.
Dewey Decimal System is the multiverse constant.
I could be wrong, but I'm just saying that sounds an awful lot like a home for a book. If we are looking for a place to put this book or find the book, Proxima is unclear, but that is what I have to say about all that.
Well, Taka, Bucket, you're from Bucket. You probably haven't opened a book, but Taka, you seem more well read than Bucket. Is this Dewey Decimal System? Am I wrong?
No, you are very wrong.
Can I make a history check on this Corso or something?
Illiterate. Oh my lord!
I am just saying it's just an idea. I do not
Yeah.
want to get ahead of ourselves, but I'm saying if the opportunity for us comes to, visit the city and maybe look in the library, X sometimes marks the spot.
Taika, yeah, you can definitely make a history check here.
Just because Taika probably would have been to the City of Knowledge if that is a city, if this is the Land of Knowledge and there is a City of Knowledge. That is a 22.
Okay. So, Taika being from here, and a 22. A bit of a historian, I'd say. And Taika, in your well-read time as a magician, having read up on books and different ways of performing illusions and such, there are many things that they say once were possible. And much of that knowledge is lost. It's gone. But the lost city of knowledge, you remember this as sort of like an old fairy tale. the concept of this place that had such riches and wealth that even the most seasoned wizards and sorcerers would be unable to fathom all of its riches and power.
Well, Bucket, do I got some news for you, my friend? The City of Knowledge is got treasure. Lots of it. The one rub, no one's ever found it.
Well then, looks like it's time to make some history.
That sounds great.
Wait, since I was born 100 years later, do I know anything else about the City of Knowledge? Or
Make a history check.
also, sorry about the vacuum in the background. I'm pretty sure you can. It's pretty loud. Yeah. That is a natural 20.
Nice.
Jeez!
Woo!
As a pirate and a treasure hunter yourself, it's definitely one of those things that people have talked about. It's almost like everyone would have heard of it at some point. Even it's just like, what'd you find? The Lost City of Knowledge? And your knowledge on this, though, is no one's really certain if anyone's even come close. And you would assume Lost City of Knowledge, that doesn't really say much as far as where and what, because it's a city and the country is the land of knowledge. And that's what you assume, is it's a lost city in the land of knowledge. But what is the city? What is the actual name of that city? Like what is it has always been sort of a question that no one's ever been able to answer. It's just, it's like saying the capital of California, but that doesn't say what it is. And that's the thing that's really hung everyone up, is like, what is the name? Because then we'd have something to pick through and find like its location. So you do not know where or much more, but that is a particular thing that you are very aware of.
Okay, gotcha.
Maybe the real city was the knowledge that was inside of us all along.
Yeah, great job. We could probably just call the bishop, have him take us back. We can tell Gravvicon done. Mission success. Nailed it. First try.
I don't think.
Well, I think that no matter what I think that maybe we are getting a little bit ahead of ourselves. This is very exciting. I think that this is a good lead that we should keep in the back of our heads, but the book is telling us to go into the city. And I think that is the thing that we should do now and just see what there is to see. And
Yeah, let's see if it reveals anything else to us once we get there. But maybe start looking around for anything that could, seem like the City of Knowledge, or could be deciphered as the City of Knowledge. It's like there's a lot of code that goes along with it. It's no one's ever found
Well,
it
I think
before.
we can most definitely. I feel like our first lead is once we're inside Bramble, let's head to 3rd Street. It's an illusion, apparently. Well, at least that's where I'm planning on going. And then I sprint towards Bramble.
And you just start running through.
With the amount of things that we've seen in Bramble, the possibility of it being the City of Knowledge is like 0. Shout
Okay,
behind
and
him.
so you all start heading towards the city.
Yes.
Sprinting specifically for me. I'm moving at
Okay.
80 feet every 6 seconds.
Okay, yeah. So you just take off at a breakneck speed, and the folks from the house say, "Thanks. I hope you find what you're looking for." And the wizard from that house, the time wizard, Dr. Raphael Lorcan, who you met at this house, said, "It was a pleasure. Enjoy." And that man who you met in this house goes back inside, as this is where he was the entire time and has
Raphael,
always been.
don't you dare get time wibbly wobbly on me. My brain is small right now.
And the four of you, as you've always been just 4 people. Continue.
Can I look at the book?
Yeah,
I want to look at the book.
Oh yeah.
How many people are there?
the 4 people
What?
who
Bullshit!
picked up the book.
What is happening? I do not
And
like this.
That's all you remember. The 4 of you have been sent by Gravvicon, and the 4 of you are to do a job, and the 4 of you are on your way
Oh,
to the
boy.
city of Bramble.
Oh boy.
I'm gonna look at my
Okay.
mom before I go, and I'm gonna be like, "Thanks for nothing." I'm just gonna.
And she looks back and says, "Time's not really my thing. Sorry."
I know nothing's
Oh,
really your
man.
thing.
And you head off. And you're moving the fastest, Gallagher, and so do you stop for anything, or are you just bolting? Where are you trying to end up when you're done sprinting?
I would like to get to 3rd Street as fast as possible. However, if there's anyone who's like, hold on there, traveler, I will like stop and like, hello. So
Yeah.
I will, if anything catches my eye, I will stop by and
Roll a
Look around.
survival check.
survival check. I'm pretty wise, so hopefully this is good. That is a 16.
Excellent. Yeah, you can navigate through here, and it's actually kind of hard because it's a little tougher than you'd expect, but you navigate it just fine. As your path, it's kind of hard to recall your steps exactly, but you're able to get through there. And there's some more extra like brush that maybe you didn't notice before, and that tree kind of makes it a little hard to navigate. But you get all the way back to the road, yeah. And the rest of your party would be a little bit behind you. Maybe just like a minute or so, if that. But I doubt. Do you think you got out of eyesight from any of them, or?
I'm I'm a little bit faster than them, so like potentially maybe like
Right at the end.
right at the end, I'd be a little bit outside of their view potentially. I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Excellent. So yeah, you get to the road and make a perception check.
Oh boy.
That is 22.
Excellent. And as you look ahead, you can see that nice cobbled road leading into the city of Bramble, where there are a couple of guard posts up ahead and some folks riding into town on wagons. And there is a big old sign that says Bramble out front.
It wasn't like this before, was it?
No, this is different.
Gallagher's just gonna like scratch his head and he's gonna like start counting on his fingers and he's like,
And about this time, the rest of the party arrives.
guys, something's wrong.
Yeah, this is
Something's very wrong.
This is extremely different, right? Like it's not
This is
just me.
the same.
Oh, this is not how I
heavens
remember
going
it. I do not think.
We need to go ask
Alright,
somebody what year it is.
I may be small brain. Oh no.
How long were we in the house?
You were in the house for about an hour.
Well,
That was a rhetorical question.
yeah, that was that. I mean, we were in the house for an hour, but like, what was happening
We were in-
outside?
We were almost
Is
certainly
this
in
more
the house.
recognizable to me or Zep at all, since we were from the future technically?
Does it look recognizable to you?
Like as more something like we might see, like I don't know, closer to our time periods.
It definitely has the same sort of style of like signage that you a little bit remember, but you still don't know the city of Bramble.
I think that you are right. I think we need to go find out what year it is. I think
It
that is the
was-
move.
It was 10:45 PF, the year when we went into the house.
All right.
All
Wait,
right.
what's Gallagher? What's the numbers in the book again?
793.8.
Okay. I guess let's go ask someone.
Right.
So,
Sure.
with the
And
wagons
you
that
head
are
on.
coming up, I guess we'll go ask one of them.
Yeah, you head in towards town, and there is still a big board outside, but it's definitely a little different. Seems like it's been improved upon, and there are some guard posts out front. and just some guards that seem to be not really checking anyone per se, but they're just kind of there, as some towns that get a little bigger definitely at least like to have that presence to like remind people we take care of problems here. And yeah, so you could walk right past those, you could whatever you'd like.
Can I roll an investigation check on the board to see if anything like has changed on the board?
Sure.
Like if there's another cat message for us. That's a 15.
Okay. With a 15, yeah, you look over at the board and there is a bunch of stuff pinned on it. Some jobs, somebody needing something that's like attacking goats, like probably a coyote or something dealt with. Somebody asking for a guide from here to there. Some people posting that they're going to be selling some things. But because you're looking, you do catch a glimpse buried under several others of what caught your eye was just a glimpse of that symbol. And as you remove that paper from behind the others that it was clearly just pinned over multiple times, it's a smaller paper. It's not exactly like the last one, but it has the symbol drawn. And it has a crude sketch of that cat, but as if someone did it by memory or something of the sort. Not quite exactly what matches in the book. And there is a question written underneath it that says, what does it mean?
Cool. Hey, you guys! I found this thing on the side quest board. It might be useful.
Gallagher's gonna come and be like, "Did you? Hey, I thought I was the only one who could break fourth wall."
Is there like a name or like an address on the paper? Or is it just says what does it mean?
So it says what does it mean, and as you turn it over, you can see that the Minnow Church is written on the back.
Someone knows too much. That's a problem.
I think there is more at play than we have any sort of understanding of. I think we need to go into the town and we need to start asking the right questions to the right people.
But what are the
Can I
right
go and ask the guards a series of really stupid questions?
Yes, but let me talk to them first.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Gallagher, get out the
Gallagher's-
time out.
Gallagher chooses to not understand that this is a slight. He knows it does. But he's like, this is not the vibes I accept today.
I'm gonna grab Gallagher and put him on my back.
All right. And so, Taika, what do you do here?
Okay, look. We can try to... I think we should just walk past, but if you really want to talk to them, let's only talk to them if they talk to us. And Taika starts walking towards the guards, and he... At his side, he kind of waves his hand a little bit, and he casts friends on the guard and on the left side, and he kind of like cheats over towards the left, so he passes closer to the guard on the left. And as we walk by, and do you know what friends is? It's a cantrip. I just have advantage on charisma.
Go ahead and read it out loud.
For the duration, you have advantage on all charisma checks directed at one creature of my choice that isn't hostile towards me. When the spell ends, they realize that I use magic to influence its mood. And this is the one thing that I didn't read, but I already casted it, and this is going to be better content. And after the spell ends, it becomes hostile towards you.
I'm gonna ready
no.
And
so, with that knowledge, what would you like to do? Are you wanting to just walk by?
No, we need to get some information from this guy.
TikTok.
As we walk by, hello, do you need to see any papers, or can we just go on in?
Oh, yeah, no, it's you guys are fine. You can just head on in. We're here more for show. Heard there's been a bandit or two on the way, but nothing to worry about, I promise. The capital city handles that sort of stuff, but they like to just make a show of things.
What is the capital city, if you mind me asking?
Hudanya.
Do Zephyr and I recognize Hudanya?
Yep. So that is actually, you know what? Go ahead and make a very low history check. Very low.
Dope.
That'll just tell me
So
what you know about
13.
Sorry, I'm getting my dice. 15.
Yep.
It's like it's
Cool. You both pass. Yeah. So every major land here, the 12 countries, the 12 lands, their capital city is named after the current god of that arcana. And so Hudanya is the goddess of knowledge. And so that's the capital city. And yep, that's the name. That's
Is that any different than when I lived, or?
Nope. Yep, that is and has been for quite some time the name.
Cool. Did I see Taika use friends?
Make a perception check versus Taika's stealth check, because Taika was being sneaky.
Cool.
That
That one.
That's an 8.
Okay. Okay. So yeah, not so much. No.
You were loading
All
up
right.
Gallagher as I was doing it.
Yeah, you were getting Gallagher as he was like, yeah, do that, and with a wave of his hand, just whoop.
Yeah. Never mind. I can't cast friends because I didn't see it. I mean, not friends. I can't cast command.
Gotcha.
And then I kind of turn back to the guard. And we've been on the road a long time. What year is it right now? Sorry, I always forget.
Oh yeah,
I have an
I get
advantage on
mixed
charisma
up.
checks. I'll roll. Like, it's fine.
Yeah, he's like, yeah, I get it all mixed up myself, especially when we cross over to a new one. But yeah, it's 1050.
Oh,
20 years, right? That's 20 years. in the
5.
future. Oh, 5?
Five.
I'm done.
Cool.
no,
and,
don't say that.
And I kind of like motion the guys to come through. And one last thing. Can you point us towards the Minnow Church?
Nice.
Oh, yeah, you can't miss it. You head a couple streets in, and then you'll hang a left around the tavern, and they're about another block and a half up, right past the bookstore.
Thanks. And you guys are doing great. And just remember, I always liked you. All right, guys, let's go.
I'm gonna look at Gallagher on my back and I'll be like, he was quite friendly, wasn't he?
Most certainly. I've never experienced that before.
A very nice man indeed.
As you get into town, you hear in the Taika, make a perception check with
Okay.
advantage.
Okay. That's a nat 20.
Okay.
Nice.
Yeah,
Let's
on a
go.
nat 20, you hear someone go, "What the fuck?"
Looks like there's some commotion up at the gates. Why don't we just keep going?
Yeah, is it are we all in agreement? We I suppose check the Minnow Church first.
Yeah. And actually, Taika, with a nat 20, you noticed something else too. You heard a sound from the nearby alley.
I want to quickly just like sneak a look. Anything?
Make a dexterity saving throw.
Oh,
Dirty 20.
Excellent. Yeah, and this you dodge out of the folks who, you turned your attention to that, and you narrowly missed this. And what is your marching order here? If Taika's like in the lead, who's right behind them? Would it be Proxima or Bucket with Gallagher on the back?
Probably
Oh,
Bucket
man.
with Gallagher.
Yeah, so it's
Okay.
like a kind of a triangle thing. I don't know.
yeah.
Bucket, make a dexterity saving throw with disadvantage.
Advantage. Oh no. Okay.
Yes.
All right. 18 plus Dex plus 4, so that's 22. And then an 18.
18 flat?
14 plus 4, so it's an 18.
Okay. And finally, Proxima, make a dexterity saving throw flat.
All right. Oof, that is an 11.
Okay. So Bucket, you're carrying Gallagher, and these folks who are walking through, someone like, oh, excuse me, and walks right past Taika, and then walks out of your way and bumps into Proxima. And Proxima, Proxima, make a perception check.
All right.
Another one.
This one's perception.
That 14.
Okay. And Taika, I will give you one last roll before we end this little instance. I would like a wisdom check of
It's just straight
What
wisdom.
is this?
just a straight wisdom check, Taika.
We're getting robbed.
Honestly,
for sure.
that is a 11.
Okay, Taika, you're pretty focused on what is around this corner.
Mm-hmm.
And as you peek around this corner, you see a mirror holding someone against the wall with his fangs bared. And he is just in a frenzy looking at this person. And you probably heard them smack the wall.
Wait, Amir, this guy got information? That's I'm straight. I'm surprised. I see Amir. Taika has to speak to him. Like,
Yeah.
So wait,
And
we obviously hear this, right?
yeah, absolutely. You
Mhm.
guys hear that. And Amir turns and you see his entire form with descended fangs. And there's almost a moment of something welling up inside of you seeing him like this. And he looks at you and says, "What year is it?"
Oh, 1050 PF.
And his grip on this man begins to dig deeper.
Why are you doing that?
Oh.
I mean, I don't think
1050
Yeah.
1,000 years.
Oh, you're old. Oh,
Amir?
my. Why don't you
Why-
let go of the nice man and why don't we have a nice chat? I think it's what you really want, right? I'm going to touch myself and give myself guidance as I say that.
I'm gonna ready command as well. And I'm also
And-
gonna get ready to throw Gallagher.
Amir drops this person who falls to the ground unconscious.
Can I check on them? Just like roll like a.
Yeah, you make a medicine check.
Sure. Cool. Jesus Christ. That's a dirty 20.
Yeah, you can see them still breathing, but they are definitely unconscious from maybe the smash into the wall or from the immense grip coming off of Amir as he dropped them now. And Amir walks towards you a bit. We were in that house for nearly 1,000 years.
Mhm. That is accurate.
It would appear so, at least for you. For us, it was 5 years, right?
Yes. 5. Whatever you're doing right now is not conducive to you getting your time back.
I was not there. How do we get back?
I don't
Well,
think you do.
time is strange. You can move sideways and forwards, but never backwards. You're here now.
Well, backwards is relative. Technically, Taika and I went over and back.
Bucket.
Proxima just smacks Bucket on the head.
I'm sorry. I need to be truthful with him.
I know that this is a lot, but we all find ourselves in the unique position of perhaps not being able to make this right, because I cannot imagine how you feel and what you have lost. And trust me, I understand something about loss myself. But we are going to try and sort all of this out. Would you like to come with us and perhaps get some answers of your own as we try to find our own answers? That much I can offer you. I can offer you questions. I cannot offer you answers, but I can offer you understanding in this moment. If that can at least ease your pain, if not end it.
And Amir is kind of breathing deeply. Make a persuasion check.
Could she potentially get advantage because of the arguments that Gallagher said? Making a conducive to a help action?
I rolled a dirty 20.
Yeah, I'll give you that. So I am just going to roll in. That's a pretty good there. Versus a 17, dirty 20 beats it. And Amir, unsure of what to do in this instance, just very angry, calms down a bit. He's not dead. I didn't kill him. Therefore, we can leave him. And just walks right past the person on the floor.
Proxima looks at everybody and she just says, I have checked. I think this person will be okay, but I think right now our focus we need to stay with him.
Do you have any healing spells?
I'll use my healing hands power on him.
Oh yeah.
Okay, you're gonna use healing hands.
Cool. I'll use my 5 points of healing hands to make sure he's all right, and then I'll
Cool.
be like.
Yeah, he's still asleep, but you've healed him.
Cool. All
right. Yeah, I think the move is to follow Amir.
Amir kicks up a hood and covers their face and turns your direction and says, lead the way.
That's
Sorry, goes up.
Let's say it's we're hanging a left around the tavern, about a block and a half up.
While we're walking, I'm gonna ask Taika for the book, and I'm gonna walk back to Ymir and walk alongside him. So I'm gonna take a look at the book first before I say anything.
Cool.
Sorry.
Yeah, go ahead.
Proxima looks at Amir and she says, I mean this with absolutely no disrespect or in any hurtful way. But I know I have met other creatures of your kind. Are you cool with like holding ground? Is that like a thing that it's like, are we good? Can you come with us to the church? Is this is fine for you? Yes. I don't know the rules of vampires. I'm just asking.
And he turns and he looks at you. So a first date and we're going to a church.
I will wait with you outside if it makes you more comfortable. I do not want you to
I can wait by myself.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
Well, no one should be without a friend. I'll wait with you.
You like cats?
We'll all wait.
You like cats? I got a cat.
And he just like looks in your direction.
Okay, all right.
Just trying to be friendly.
Proxima, make a. Actually, you know what? No, never mind.
Okay.
You're good to go.
Okay.
So yeah, y'all can keep going.
So while we're walking, I want to come back to him. So first, again, I looked at the book. Is there anything that's changed in the book or appeared?
Just the 4 members walked into town, and that's where it sits.
All right, I'm gonna go back to Amir and I'm gonna ask. Question: do you know anything about something called the City of Knowledge?
And Amir says, what does a fairy tale have to do with this?
Well, fairy tales don't seem so far-fetched when you've been stuck in a house for 1,000 years, don't they?
Also, that may or may not be our current location.
That's some treasure hunt, if I recall. Some vast riches reside in the City of Knowledge.
That is all you know.
Everyone's heard the tale. It's
an
about
old
all
tale.
I recall.
Huh.
That
So
tale's
this
older than
this fairy tale's been around for thousands of years.
Yes.
Interesting.
Has this I guess like obviously like stories change over time through different storytelling. Has the story changed at all, or is can I ask him to retell it for me to see if there's any inconsistencies or something? We could find a detail about it. I don't know.
Yeah. So what Amir knows about the story is that there was he rolled high enough. There was a vast city full of riches, and after the fall of the gods, they just vanished. And it was something that people talk about in whispers and hushed tones, as if it's taboo to talk about, or as if they don't even really believe it exists.
Sorry, the gods disappeared or the city disappeared?
The City
Got it. Okay.
of Knowledge. The story says that, whatever the City of Knowledge, was, it was lost.
All right. Well, there's no real information there, so I guess we just keep going.
I think we go to the church.
Excellent. Becca, roll a perception check.
Love it. That's you remember how I got that nat 20 earlier? Well, this is a nat 1.
Yay!
Cool. Okay, yeah. Then keep on rolling.
All right.
Do I not
yeah.
see it with a passive perception of 18?
And what about my blind sense? I could see things that are visible.
Woo woo.
With a passive of 18, let me just make a roll here.
I could roll like my actual persuasion.
You know what? I'll give you this. Because they rolled an atrocious stealth. And you see a small boy bump into someone walking. Roll an intelligence check real quick for me. Yeah, sorry, bud.
Am I good at that? No, I'm not. Oh no, that's a 4.
So yeah, you saw a small boy bump into someone, and you kind of caught what looked like a pickpocket. So you saw them carrying some, like, what looks like a bread, and they bumped into someone, and you saw them in just like the peak corner of your eye, because you were at a distance and not the one it happens to, like, in the moment. So you at a distance saw the maneuver.
I'm gonna just like crawl off of Bucket's back, and I'm just gonna like saunter over to the boy and be like, "You're a quick one, aren't you?"
And the boy, who had just picked their mark, now walking forward with their bread, and underneath it held their winnings here, is what? I gotta get the bread.
Hold on.
Let's get this bread.
Very clever. You know, you're going to be a revolutionary in about 3,000 years. Let me tell you, no shame. Do what you got to do. It's yours.
Everyone else, so Gallagher has stepped off to have this conversation. Would you all stop or would you keep going?
I'll wait for
'Cause
him because
I
I
think
think I'll off my
said-
back. So I'll like stand at a distance and like just watch. You know.
I'll like wave them forward. I'll be like,
Don't worry.
Proxima, what would you do?
I think I stay with the mirror.
Okay, and Taika,
Unless
how
somebody
about you?
got Taika's attention with that roll, I think he would just keep going with Amir towards the church. He was probably in front anyway. So unless anyone's going to flag him down, he probably won't stop. He won't even notice.
Okay.
The party.
I know. Ugh.
And so Gallagher, you say this to that kid, and
I said, I've actually got some questions. You seem like someone who's wise in the ways of numbers. If that makes sense. What does 3rd Street mean to you?
and the kid, a little bit nervous, looks around and says, I don't know. Some towns have numbered streets, don't they?
can I insight check this kid?
Yeah.
This kid pulling wool over my eyes? That is a 17.
No, he seems to be like a little confused by your question.
Do the numbers 793.8 mean anything to you?
793.8
Yeah.
be a lot of gold, I guess.
It would be. You're quick with numbers. I knew it.
Gallagher's like is gonna say,
Do you know anything about the Minnow Church?
And his eyes shift down. What about it?
Do I see this happen?
Yeah, you're
I'm
watching the
waiting for it.
conversation, so yeah.
All right. I'm gonna see this, and I'm gonna like whistle towards Taika to like get his attention to stop, just because there's something happening back there. Like.
You got Taika's attention on that?
Taika, if you get Taika's attention, he will stop.
Okay. Taika, what do you do?
I'm gonna like motion for my head, like come over and like to watch this happen.
And Taika kind of just like looks around, and if he's next to Proxima, I think Gallagher's off talking to a kid.
Can Proxima head towards Gallagher and this kid?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm
Do
gonna
you all
like
do
try
that?
and like stop her, like wait.
Okay. Proxima, do you let Bucket stop you, or do you?
I think Proxima kind of like acknowledges the stop, but she kind of does like it's fine. It's not. I just and she doesn't go into the conversation, but is standing close enough to be observed, and she's like finding like, oh no, where's all my stuff in my purse? Oh no, and just kind of eavesdropping shamelessly.
Yeah,
Do I notice this?
Yeah, give me a insight check there.
Does the kid
And
notice this?
And Taika, Proxima walked over, and Amir would have kind of stepped over to follow Proxima.
She's gone. There they are.
Zep, you were quick on that photo.
That was really weird. My internet just went nope.
So, Taika, do you come over, or do you stay at the distance?
I would definitely stay with Bucket and Amir. Taika does not like being in the action, so to speak. So he will.
Okay, so yeah, you
will
walk
definitely
over
hang
within
back.
earshot.
But I'll
Okay,
definitely
cool.
be
So, yeah.
back with Bucket.
Cool. So yeah, Bucket and Amir are at the back. Proxima's walking right up to Gallagher. Gallagher, your insight?
Insight, that would be a 15.
Yeah, you totally like got the like. He hesitated and definitely like looked away when you said it.
Hey. No shame in whatever happened between you. I just want to know what's there. I'm new in town.
I'm new in town.
I'm new in town.
I'm new in town.
I don't.
I'm new in town.
I don't know, but I don't know what you would need with the church then, sir. Listen,
Now
I
hold
gotta
on.
go.
Hold on a minute. If you want to leave, I can very much scream pickpocket at the top of my lungs. You do not want to test me, boy.
Can I walk over and I'm gonna like get on one knee? I'm gonna look him in the eyes and I'm gonna use command and I'm gonna just say, "Speak."
Okay, so this is what, a wisdom check?
Yeah,
Wisdom save?
Yeah.
yeah, against my spell DC.
He rolled a 12.
That doesn't make it.
Cool. So on his, he'll have to obey sort of the command. And command is an interesting one, as it's a one-word command, and then they have to follow through with that the best they can. And so at the very least, you know, if you ask something, he's going to have to speak. At least for one question.
Listen here, you're going to tell us everything you know about the Minnow Church, truthfully. If not, my friend here has a very good way with words. So, would you like
I
to say something?
don't like to talk about it. I was taken in there, and they're really nice people, and they raised me in the orphanage when I was all alone, and then they would not like the fact that I'm a pickpocket, and I don't want them to know, and I don't want to tell you about the church.
So could I roll an insight check to see if he's hiding anything? Like, he obviously is, but
Yeah, go ahead. And Taika, please roll a intelligence check
Okay.
Well-
Just a straight check.
with advantage.
we're interrogating a
Okay.
child in the middle of the street. This is kind of sketch.
Well, I was. Yeah. Oh, okay. Hold on.
And
that's a dirty
Proxima,
20.
you were.
Oh,
you'd-
I think at this, like, I think Proxima sees that there are like a bunch of like very large people surrounding this like small child, and she's like, okay, so Proxima's gonna kind of kneel down along with Bucket, and she's going to say, "Hey, hello, my name is Proxima, and it seems like maybe right now you need a friend, but friends know each other's names. What is your name, my friend?"
Friends don't lie.
Taika, what was your roll?
I was hoping you'd forget. It's a 10.
I rolled a dirty 20.
And that's with advantage?
Yeah, 10 with advantage. Yep.
Cool. He looks familiar, but that's about all that your brain is telling you.
Oh, is this
Proxima, roll a persuasion.
Okay.
baby Taika?
I think it is baby Taika. Oof. That is a
No, wait,
12.
Taika's not born for another 25 years, remember.
Taika's not. His incident was 25 years from now.
Never mind, I lied.
Yep.
This is baby Taika.
And his ability to beat your 12 failed. And so this person, this boy, holding this loaf of bread and is clearly a pickpocket, kind of shuffles on one foot and then the other, and maybe the residual of the command spell, maybe they're just agreeing with you, and they say, "My friends call me David."
Well, it is very nice to meet you, David. Can I ask you a favor, please?
What is your name?
My name is Proxima, and it is very nice to meet you.
Okay.
My favor is this. Me and my friends, we are alone, and we are scared. And we have a lot of questions about some very funny things that are going on. And I think someone who is as good at sneaking around as you might know a few things about funny going on. And so if you help me and my friends, there is gold in it for you, and there is bread in it for you. And my friend here will teach you a magic trick.
Which friend?
And yeah, who do you point at?
I point to Taika. And I said, because the thing about magicians is that they can pull things out of pockets with. It'll improve your skills. This is a business venture for both of us.
And the boy looks up at Taika and says, I like magic.
What do you say?
and thinks for a moment and says, "How much gold?"
Do we have any
Oh.
gold on us?
Do we have
We've
starting
got the
gold?
company card.
Oh,
Yeah. So, do y'all remember? I had y'all roll a D100 when you asked that.
Yeah.
And it's all right. I will let you re-roll just a
do
D100 right now.
Do I hear that?
Wait, can we
yes.
take our original one, or
Yeah, you can take the original one.
do we know what our original one is? Because I rolled a weird one, and
I think yours was 3.
okay, I'm re-rolling.
I honestly don't remember.
Cool.
Yeah,
And
just roll a D100, and that is how much gold that you will have on your person, based on just sort of your hopping around on missions or where you were or what you've got.
Sweet. Well,
When-
I got an improvement, not 3.
I
and
got
as-
71, so we're about to make it rain on this kid.
I got 31.
I think that as you guys are like checking your bags to see how much gold you have, Taika kind of walks up and pulls out a deck of cards. It's obviously a different deck of cards than the one that he uses to give bardic inspiration to you, and he does a flourish, and he casts distort value on the cards.
Nice.
And let's see, you need to, this is like a weird spell that has like some block text as part of it. Do you need to squeeze a few more gold pieces out of a merchant as you try to sell that weird octopus statue you liberated from the Chaos Temple? That's
What?
official. You cast the spell on an object no more than 1 foot, doubling the object's perceived value, and I get to add like illusionary flourishes or polish to it. So I make this deck just look sick. It has runes inscribed on it. Everything looks awesome, and I hold it up to him. This deck was passed down for generations, and if you help us, I will teach you its secrets. And I hold it out to him.
Roll another intelligence check with advantage.
Does Taika just not recognize?
I'll say, Taika doesn't recognize it. Zep, the player, is screaming inside. That's even worse with advantage. That's 4 plus intelligence, which is a 6.
Could Gallagher
Oh,
like
God.
look at the situation and with his high perception like put 2 and 2 together, or is that intelligent? No chance. Okay. For the
So
shot.
Taika has offered this deck of cards to this young boy named David, sparking an interest in magic.
Taika got himself killed.
It's
30 years before it happened.
It's not Taika.
Taika, I need you to roll a D20. No, it's just a flat D20 roll for me, please.
All right, those dice.
This is
I
a-
like how as soon as
Butterfly
as soon as,
effect
check.
like as soon as Zep typed in chat, he's rolling amazing. He just starts rolling
Oh,
terribly.
that's how it always goes. Okay, here we go.
Absolute
Flat
dog
D20,
water.
nat 1. New dice even.
Throw that one
Burn
out.
them.
Melt it.
Throw it into the fire.
Gone.
Zep, did you just nat 1?
I just literally nat 1'd. I 100%
God.
literally nat 1'd.
Oh no.
Did I die?
Oh no.
Starts sneezing. Oh no.
I'll roll a new character.
Zep,
Oh Jesus.
Amir's just watching all of this.
Zep, you have a memory.
Oh no.
You remember your death. You remember the blade malfunctioned and you saw it coming. And David rushed to try and help you as the contraption collapsed, and the last thing you saw was it collide with David's neck before it went all the way through to reach you. And that is the reality you now remember. As your friendship and bond with David was so strong.
Taika just like does like a So what do you say, kid?
And David says, well, what do you need to know? And I'll be having gold up front, please. I'm no sucker.
I'm gonna
Gallagher
pull out.
takes out 5 gold.
Oh, I was gonna do it. All right, cool.
Okay. No, you can both do it, which
Oh
would
no,
be
I'm
great.
no, I'm okay. I'm good. I'm fine.
And so you hand this kid 5 gold, and
Well,
Wow.
I like present it to him, and if he tries to grab it, I'm gonna like just like
yeah, and he will, and then he'll. Oh, okay, all right, fine. What do I need to do? What do you need? And so
well,
yeah, what exactly are you asking of him, Proxima? He's agreed to work with you now.
I want to know, what do you know about the Minnow Church?
It's an old church. It's just they help run the orphanage, and they
Okay.
managed all the kids in town, and I don't know, we try to do our best to pay them back.
Okay. Well, David, I have another question for you. Who has the thing from the side quest board?
You do.
Do I have it? Okay. So I pull it out and I say, I think a fine young man as observant and as smart as you might notice things around town. Have you seen this symbol anywhere around town? Maybe
And you
drawn somewhere or
And you show him that, and he scoffs. Oh, you're one of them.
one of who?
One of Stara's book readers.
I
One
mean,
of their-
I have read a book or two in my day, but I'm not quite sure who you're talking about. Who is this Stara? What are her book readers?
Stara, she's one of the folks who works for the church, but she's always going on about that thing, that drawing. I don't know,
The
something
symbol,
of-
you mean?
Yeah,
Yeah.
whatever that is.
Well, where have you seen it before? It's just with Stara, or have you seen it other places?
Yeah, like she's got an office, and it's kind of everywhere.
Proxima sort of like significant eye contacts everyone. Where could one of us maybe find this Stara?
That Minnow Church. You guys really are clueless, aren't you?
Well,
Very much so.
we're new. We're new at this. Okay, we're learning. You know, it's
Did you
be
forget
cool,
the
kid.
part-
Be cool.
Remember when I said I'm new in town? I arrived literally 5 seconds ago.
David, listen about Stara's book readers. Is there anything we should know about them? You didn't seem like you liked them very much. Is it just because they're a bunch of nerds? Be honest.
I just don't understand what they're going on about. Stara's nice and lovely and fine, but I don't know, they're a few cards short of a full deck, and like looks at Taika.
Well.
mean?
And
Yeah.
then he takes like 3 cards off the deck and goes, a few cards short of a...
He's saying
David, it was a lovely metaphor. I see what you did there. Very clever, young
I'm
man.
laughing my head off.
I told him I was clever.
You are. But what are the... Would do... hold on, my sound is doing something funny. Okay, sorry. I don't. What do you all have any questions for David here?
No.
Do you take things often? Is that how you pay your way?
I mean, we all do. Kind of our job.
Your job? You work for someone? Or are you
Well,
freelance?
I mean, we don't work for them. They just, I don't know,
Now, who is them?
And he stands up a little bit like taller and puts his like arms sort of on his hips and says, well, we're, and like says this in a proud but whispered voice. Serpent.
Gallagher laughs like very slightly.
Proxima immediately just like right up, just like but like a little too hard, and she's like, "The serpent, that is."
You can
Gallagher
roll
and
to
I are
hit
just
for
laughing
that
on
one.
each other.
Yeah,
We're just
roll
like,
to hit.
Okay.
The serpent.
love
Okay.
Really?
I rolled a 3.
We're just gonna like,
It's a very gentle biff on the arm.
Like,
Gallagher like matrix dodges out of the way. Super
while
aggressive.
laughing, just like
just death glare, and it's like, the serpent. That is an impressive sounding name. So what
terrifying.
do you do, the serpent? You are a band of Dickensian street urchins? You pickpocket club? Is that what it is?
well, you know, we take the best stuff and the
best stuff.
yeah.
What sort of stuff do you take? Can you tell me about it?
I mean, any the serpents could take anything,
Anything at all.
anything.
Do you think if I had something that I wanted you to take for me, you could do that?
He says, I don't know, and he holds up your coin purse that he took earlier.
Proxima laughs out loud, like she is delighted by this. and she says, I had a good feeling about you from the beginning. May I have that back, please?
And hands that back. Says, I already got you earlier in the day when you first walked in.
You did. You are far more perceptive than me. Is that the thing with the serpents? Do they only pick the most perceptive young men?
Well, I mean, you gotta be good.
You gotta be good. Oh, I bet you are. Are you the best? I bet you are the best.
Well, I'm gonna be the best.
Oh, well, who's in charge of the serpents now? Whose job are you going to take?
Well, one day, I'm gonna be King Julian.
You're going to beat King Julian yourself?
King Julius.
King Julius, yourself.
King Julian, I love you, King Julian.
Maurice!
Well, where do we?
King Julian. It's Julian.
Now, I'm a person who believes that, you know, if you're going to do something, you should do it fairly. Where do I meet this king? I want to see how he stacks up to you. Where can I find this guy?
Oh, you don't.
Go to Madagascar.
You don't find him. We're not. The first rule of the serpents is that we're a secret.
You're a
Pretty dang terrible secret you just told 4 strangers. How do you know we're not narcs? We're not, but how do you know?
You got a wire, bud?
Well, you're bad at it if you are.
Oh, we're so bad, we're good.
And
One
also,
question-
that guy attacked someone earlier
He
and
did.
just points at Amir.
Amir, come over. Come.
I'm
You saw him
gonna
attack
I'm
someone
gonna take
earlier,
out
right?
another gold and I'm gonna put it in the kid's hand. I'm gonna give him a knowing glare and be like, "No, he didn't."
And he looks at it and he says, well, you could yell pickpocket. I could yell murderer.
He
I
has
take
a
out another.
point.
I take out another gold. I take out another gold and I go, "No, you won't."
And he just
Gallagher's blowing
takes-
all of his gold on this child.
And so he takes the 7 gold total and definitely pockets that immediately.
Is Amir over with us now?
Yeah, no, Amir's been standing like
Oh, he's, like,
several feet out of the way. He like stepped under an awning that was like under some shade, but just like has been watching this.
I'm gonna
whole
move
fucking
off
thing.
to Amir and I'm gonna ask him if he knows anything about the serpents or anything.
No, I'm not from here, and I'm really not from here.
Understandable. And I'm just gonna stand back with Amir now.
Yeah, absolutely. And Amir is just like very like good question, but Amir is very just like irritable.
Well, young David, I think that our next order of business is to learn a little bit more about these book readers of yours. But if we need you, where can we find you again?
The Serpent Hideout? I want to go to Madagascar.
I mean, I stay at the. I still stay at the orphanage, so I'm not old enough to be like off on my own yet, and so I sleep there, but like only to sleep there. Like I can do my own stuff.
I understand. You are a grown up, aren't you, David?
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. I'm a grown up.
Good. Frantic.
Gallagher is gonna roll a quick intelligence save on himself to see if he understands or if he's gonna blurt out something stupid.
Yeah, go
Okay.
for it.
It's a 15. Okay, I think he understands that one.
He understands
He
the
was like-
nuance
he was like-
Proxima's laying down.
He was like,
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna motion to everyone. I'm like, so we can start going back to the Minnow Church.
Okay, hold on. I'm trying to figure out if I can do a thing. I don't know if I can do it.
How long have we been role playing with this child? 20 minutes?
Yeah.
A long time. That's fine. Okay. Yeah. Never mind.
And
my David.
I think that kind of before we leave, Taika gives everyone kind of like almost a scared look, and he quickly like kneels down in front of David. Look, David, just remember, always trust the magic. Just don't break character in a show. Just and with like just a grimace, he gets up. Okay, look, let's go. Just don't tell anyone I did that.
I wasn't planning
Roll
on it. I have
a-
no friends.
Roll a d20 flat, no modifiers. Just another flat d20.
I just erased myself out of existence. That's a 5.
Okay. Nothing happens.
Okay.
Yeah, you just tell him that, and you hope it sticks, and you stand up. But the memory stands as you recall it, and you go about your way. And so the whole group, you're heading towards the church now. Yeah, you're only a little bit away, just a few more blocks, and yeah, you head down the street, following the path. David has slipped off now, and you find yourself outside of the church, and Amir has sort of posted up across the street, kind of leaning against the edge of a building.
How
It's kind
large
of-
is the building?
How large is the building?
Yeah.
It's a decent sized church, like probably 100 to 200 folks probably come in and worship here, but it's not like a cathedral or anything.
Okay. And how wide is the street?
The street's about a 15-20 foot, like.
All right. I'm gonna have Plague like kind of sit right next to Amir and watch the door, and just in case anything happens outside, to let me know while I'm inside.
You're gonna like across the street just sit down like next to Amir?
No,
The
Plague.
flag is?
Yeah, no, Plague's gonna sit next to Amir and tell me if anything.
Yeah, and Amir just like looks down at the cat and then steps one like building over to lean in a different spot. So Plague is like in front of his building and Amir is leaning against the other building now.
Plague. All right, I'm gonna tell Plague to just try and annoy him as much as possible then
Oh no.
while doing this. Just
Hey.
like continuously just like get closer and try to like you headbutt his leg.
Hey man, I'm a cat. Like I know how to do like that real well. I'm actually damn good at it.
You very much are. You'll get some extra milk if you do this. You want some carrot bread?
And it's just like cool. Cool. Chocolate milk.
I got you.
I don't think cats can have chocolate.
This one
He's a
can.
spirit cat.
Okay.
He can have
This
whatever
one
he wants. Yeah, and you find yourselves at the front of this church. You're heading in.
Yeah.
Okay. Everybody make a perception check.
Oh, Bobby.
Oh, nice. Why? That is
27.
That is a 10.
Oh
That is
my
a
God.
21.
I got a
Stuff like that.
5.
Okay. And what'd you say for Gallagher?
10.
Okay.
I rolled a
so
2.
27 for Taika and a 21 for
Wish
Bucket.
I'd rolled that one roll ago.
So the two of you, both approaching, notice the glow from the book.
I guess I'm gonna take it out. I'm like,
And yeah, as you open up the book, you see that the story has continued a bit. The 4 figures head into this town and they seek the location of the book's origin, and they ask for help from a little snake. And the snake leads them to a bigger snake. And it is a massive snake wrapped around trees that leans down to look at the members. And at that point, the church doors open as you're reading the book, and someone comes stepping out and goes, oh, terribly sorry, excuse me, sorry about that. And almost bumps into you. Since Bucket's the one reading the book, I need a dex save from you.
oh, this is my jam.
They have a
Just straight dex, right?
10. Dex save, yep.
That's an 18.
All right, yeah. So they come like out the door. You heard the door. You heard it swing open. It was plenty of time to dodge them. So, but they just come busting out with a couple of like books in their hand. And
Like try and help
they-
stabilize them. Like, hi there. Would you happen to know who are we looking for again?
you are looking for Stara.
Stara.
Would you happen to know Stara?
Bit of a weird question to ask the person themselves, but yes, that would be me. Can I help you?
Absolutely. Do you have a moment to chat?
Well, I'm kind of in a hurry. What about?
I'm gonna motion to I almost called you Helvetic Proxima. Motion to Proxima. I'm like, we're here about this little thing.
Oh, I'm sorry. Proxima stubbed her toe on the table and did not hear that. What did you say, Bucket?
Pass me the paper, would you?
Oh, yes, here you go.
This little thing.
And seeing that you've brought the flyer, Stara drops all of her books on the stairs and goes, "Come with me," and grabs the paper and your hand and goes to pull you inside the church. And that is where we stop today.
Oh, sheesh.
Or is it?
Oh,
Not again.
oh no.
The music. The
A
music.
man walks through painting a scene of all of the beautiful things they see around them in the forest. And they pause to etch in some of the colors. It's a bit of an abstract as they're trying to match just the beautiful colors they see as they walk, all tying it in to one unique tree. And they continue to paint more and more, and they stop. And they set up, and they have a bit of a rest. With their back to a tree, this old man, long beard, enjoying some of the food they'd packed along, a bit of honey on a piece of bread, quite delicious. And they heard a sound as something snapped a twig nearby. And the eyes of something scan the area, and they land on this old man with a beard. But it's insignificant, so they look beyond it. And these eyes lock on. They look through the tree. They look through farther into the forest as they see a house. And inside that house, they can see from a distance through everything. There's a hooded figure talking to 3 people. Something is strange here. And this being wanders forward, melding through the trees to get a closer look. Warping through the trees, its antlers up above, and the moss all over its body, and the bark chipping off. And as its feet touch the ground, flowers sprout up, and the trees it walks through grow farther and taller and stronger as it's just passing by, seeing what it is that set foot in this forest. And as it looks closer, comes within feet of that man who's frozen in place with shock at whatever this is. And as it walks by, the beard grows longer, and the hair and the little bits of paint and mud on this druid's form that's sitting and painting begins to grow and grow out of control. Being in the presence of the god of nature is too much as it transforms in fully into a pile of nature, into released energy. And this pile of vines begins to lift up, and in disarray and in horror and in shock of whatever it has become, in anger, in agony, in confusion, this what was once an old man shambles away into the forest.
Oh.
Now I'm really sad.
Oh,
And that is where
no.
we stop.
We killed him.
Oh no.
Didn't do anything. Oh.
Hey, he hit me first.
And that is where we stop.